Here with us. Very good morning to you.
Morning.
We're addicted to our phones. Our lives are on our phones to the point where we'd rather use the internet on our phones than eat food.
Not me. I like food and internet, preferably at the same time.
What are we going to be addicted to in the next couple of years? Because, of course, when we have these obsessions, we can't imagine anything replacing them.
No, well, I think we live very much in a very connected world, so thus we become quite reliant on being connected. So this era has kind of been dubbed the Internet of Things, where we're connecting with everything. So I think what we're being connected to is only going to extend. I think we'll probably see kind of automation in the home with smart fridges taking off a little bit more.
They've been talked about for quite a long time, though, haven't they?
They have, but I think there is definitely a way to go, because for example, a smart fridge, it can tell you what you've got in the fridge and what's going to expire and what you can make with it, but only if you make a record of what goes in and what comes out. But if, for example, you have a barcode that's connected, that the fridge itself could detect what goes in and what comes out, that would make that all a bit more functional,
everything that gets really, really simple, that seems to be the way, doesn't it?
But it's all a process. I mean, it takes a little while to get there. And also it takes a little while for people to adopt to technology, doesn't it? You know, when it comes out, it doesn't mean that we're all going to get the smartphone. It's taken a little while.
You've brought some things in, and one of them I'm particularly fascinated by is the kind of handheld printer where you can print things that you might need. So I don't know, if my microphone fell off, I could print a quick new microphone.
That's right.
Or an earring or a chess piece. Are these going to be things that we all carry?
I don't know whether, if it could become a bit more pocket-sized, then yes, but certainly there are case studies. So this is a 3D pen, so it's going to be used in schools, which I think to add kind of a third dimension to learning. But yeah, absolutely, you can print with 3D print with all sorts of different fabrics. So
this is what you've printed for us.
Yeah, we've got some plastic down there.
So you printed our names.
That's it.
Where are you?
There. And then you could layer that up to become even more 3D. And also you can print with chocolate, with fabric.
Which is exciting. What's the baby grow there? Because I think that's...
So, I mentioned earlier that we're living kind of the Internet of Things. Yeah. And so the Internet of Things is all about making what's previously been disconnected, making it connected to the Internet.
So you connect your baby to the Internet?
Yeah, which is kind of arguably whether that's a good or a bad thing, but it's possible, which I think signifies the era that we live in.
So this monitors your baby and then connects it digitally to the Internet. You can work out if your baby's temperature is safe and whether it's
if they're breathing, how they're lying, and then so it's got washable sensors on here, which is gathered in here.
It's slightly worrying that people might need the internet to work out whether their baby's breathing. That would worry me slightly. I do think there's an interesting thing. Parents, we consume so much for our children, especially when they're babies. You desperately want all the help you can get. I mean, something like that could be hugely
I think there are parents that will go, that's such a great idea. Yeah. I wish I had that when my baby was born, and I think there'll be people that go, I didn't have, that wasn't around 30 years ago, and I'm fine.
Well, lovely to talk to you, Ellie Williamson. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, you're going to get in touch.